Open right on cue. 23,210 is where the Nifty is at, about 1/3% higher. The Nifty Bank is up about 0.5%, 51,065. The small cap index is that down 3/4? It's showing 0.75% lower. Okay, no, I think that's changed. 0.14 higher on the small cap index, more like it. The mid cap index will come up on your screen next. That'll give you an indication as well. About 0.16, 0.15 higher on the mid-cap index as well. So it's a pretty decent start. But, last 2-3 days, go back to last, I think, Thursday, Friday, and this week, of course, as well. The open has been pretty useless in trying to predict how the close actually has been because you tend to see a fair bit of shifts coming through. So we're going to watch this one. It's almost equal number of gainers and losers cut in the middle, and the Nifty heat map is giving you that sense. 40 points though for now on the Nifty, 23,200. Let's do stocks now, Surbhi.
Okay, Tata Consumer. We should maybe get Nivesh back, and he was just telling us about that report, the Goldman Sachs upgrade. The stock is flying 6.5%. I went back and just checked the numbers. Goldman Sachs is saying that FY26 EPS will be higher by 3%. Next year, they've increased it by 7%. Look at the stock, 6% higher. As we're seeing, the target is, by the way, 1,200 on Tata Consumer. And that's the best performer on the Nifty. Let's move on and see what else is working. Infosys, Tech, Mahindra. So there's some buying in large cap, auto, some of the other larger stocks like ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank also holding up. There is a little bit of positive move on Trent again this morning, 0.7% higher. There's ONGC, Apollo Hospitals, Titan. It's a whole mix. ITC, lots of stocks moving on the upside. The downside, Nestle's fall is a little pronounced, about 3% down on Nestle. Even Lever is down, actually. Lever's down about 1.5%. These two names from the FMCG basket. BEL is continuing to cool off as it did yesterday as well. And there's some weakness in Power Grid as well. So a couple of these PSU names are cooling off. But the stock of the morning definitely has to be Tata Consumer, still up almost 5%.
Well, that's right. Tata Consumer, that one's bursting away in trade. On the flip side, Nestle is down close to around 3%. So that's coming for some profit taking. BEL as well down close to around 2.5%. So that's under some pressure. And HUL is another one that's on the losing end, which is down close to around 2%. What's doing well actually today is the tech index. Let's pull up the tech index. The Nasdaq did relatively better overnight. And the street seems to be taking a cue from there. Infosys is up. Tech Mahindra is up as well. Both of them doing pretty well. HDFC Bank, yesterday the stock went, ended the day at the low point of the day. That's the fear with regard to the quarterly update. For starters, at least it's up close to around 1% or thereabouts. From the broader markets, what's under pressure? You have Central Bank of India that's down 10%. So big downtick is what you're seeing out there. ITC Hotels, the stock is down 2%. Yesterday, towards the end of trade, it went higher on very, very large volumes. So I'll be interested to see what happens on, ITC Hotels. From this point on, it's down close to around 2% or thereabouts. But otherwise, a good start to trade. A bit of a flip-flop from what we saw yesterday. Yesterday, you had the index that was under pressure, but you had the broader markets that outperformed. Today, it's a bit of a role reversal. Mid-cap index is down close to around 0.2%, while the headline index is higher.
Absolutely. 50 points now, I think 23,212 is where the Nifty is trading at. Maybe just a few more names. Actually, by the way, 1,400 stocks are lower and about 800 stocks are higher at this point. I mean, all these Vari and the Solar Premier and, these are all down between 2 to 4% or so. Dabur is down about 2%. That's coming up with some volumes. I think we will be speaking with the management of KEC in a bit. I think 2% lower, 775 on KEC. It's got some volumes as well at this point. Nestle is down about 3%, stocks at 2162. And of course, I think we already mentioned Central Bank and BEL earlier. So those are other names. Quest Corp, maybe on the upside, 6% on Quest Corp is the number two volume-led gainer on the across the board. 701 or so on Quest Corp. There is AG's Logistics, which is up about 4%. Lodha, that is Macrotech, is coming up with about a 2% pop. It's got decent-sized volumes for this point in the day. And Credit Access is another one, which is up about 1.5, 1.7. But, I mean, still 970, 980 in that zone. V-Mart is up 3%. Stocks at about 3,045 at this point. But it's got no real volumes at all right now.
I'm just checking Central Bank of India. Let's pull up the stock. Yeah, I mean, and I was just checking my screen is wrong, but 9-10% down on Central Bank of India. A little unusual, yeah. I checked it from the exchange as well. Indeed, that's a sharp knock. We'll just look into it and see if there's anything very specific. Otherwise, I mean, some of the other banks where updates have come out, like CSB Bank, they've been doing pretty okay. CSB, I think, is still holding up. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out. It's a bit of an unusual move on Central Bank of India.